and we are live.
We are live. Awesome.
So
Okay.
we'll check with the same in YouTube and check how it goes in YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether we are,
You can open the YouTube.
yeah, and in YouTube,
But is it recording? I don't know. Recording? How do we
yeah,
know?
I think yeah, it's recording on YouTube.
Okay. How do you know? Oh, are you checking it on YouTube?
Yeah,
But where is the link for YouTube?
I'm sharing it with you.
Okay.
This is brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah, yeah, the entire thing goes as a YouTube video. So we have to download the YouTube video, convert it to audio.
Okay.
I mean, I shared you the YouTube link.
This is brilliant, dude. It is recording, dude. Perfect.
Okay.
Awesome.
So we're on
And
live.
there is no disturbance, I just heard.
Exactly.
So, okay. So, what topic shall we speak today?
Mm, I told you, yeah, first thing I wanted to share was my dream yesterday night.
Okay. But before that, what we'll do,
Yeah.
since we are starting this podcast, right? This is our first
Uh-huh.
podcast.
Huh.
And today is like Thursday.
Yeah.
So, shall we call it Thursday night podcasts?
Quite good name. Yeah.
So, what we
We'll-
can do is every Thursday we can have a podcast.
Yeah. Or we can record anything and that will be called as a Thursday night
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah. That would be better.
Yeah.
Let's not restrict. Yeah.
Yeah. Or what I thought was we'll speak for over a week
Okay.
and we will edit that whole audio thing and then publish for that week.
Okay. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
do that also.
Either way we can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hmm.
So, for our audience, right, if people are going to listen to us, hopefully.
Yeah.
So, let's just first introduce ourselves
Okay.
and what are we doing, right? What's the whole point of doing this podcast thing and then our happiness and everything else.
That's correct.
So, let's just introduce ourselves.
Hmm. So before introducing ourselves,
Yeah.
let's give a brief about what Dreamers Weekend is all about.
Yeah, that would be better.
Yeah. So and then they could relate to us more easily why
Yes.
we are doing all this thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, you go ahead. Okay, then I'll start.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Dreamers Weekend is more than an initiative or a concept. It's the way of life. I see it actually. So we find people around with few dreams and they are sometimes being lagged down because of their negativity around or some other circumstances, so-called financial sometimes. There are many other circumstances which brings them down and not being able to achieve their dreams.
Right.
So I believe who have dreams and they are ready to go to any extent in achieving those dreams. So Dreamers Weekend, the moment you join Dreamers Weekend and you share your dream, it will be with you throughout your journey of achieving dreams. And then you become a part of Dreamer Weekend wherein which you support others' dreams and fulfill their dreams and all. So this is what Dreamers Weekend in a nutshell is all about. It's a platform wherein which you can explore your wings and then achieve your dreams without any fear or self-doubt and without losing your integrity for the sake of your dreams and others. And above all, you'll have the best opportunity to balance your life and dreams. You need not give up your life for achieving dreams or You need not lose anything. So
Exactly.
it's as we always call, it's the celebration of freedom, which I feel Dreamers Weekend stands for.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So he, uh, so for me, Dreamers Weekend is more of a getaway, right? Because
Mhm.
often what I feel is all of us, right? We are restricted by so many things, right? There are a lot of things that we do based on conditional. There are a lot of decisions that we take, that are based on conditions, and a lot of them are biased, right? So we don't
Correct.
get, and often majority of us have dreams,
Mhm.
and we want to achieve those dreams, right?
Correct.
And we somehow, in this roller coaster ride of society and life and everything, right? We kind of uh, start losing ourselves day by day,
Mhm.
and after a while what happens is we kind of forget who we actually are and what are the things that we actually like. So
Correct.
for me, when we spoke about Dreamers Weekend, it brought back that that person who I was, a few years back,
Mhm.
and it gave me a hope of, bringing that person back, and to give to give time to all those things that he used to like and he used to enjoy.
Correct.
So it's like a getaway as in not in terms of negative way. It's a getaway as in uh you really,
Who you are.
yeah. So
Yeah.
when you're in Dreamers Weekend, when you're in this group, so to say,
Mm.
you are focusing only on your dreams and what makes you happy.
Correct.
We don't have to think about any limitations, any negative thoughts, right? Who
Mm.
will say what about me? Nothing.
Correct.
So you have a dream, you come down, you give time to your dream, and you achieve it. So you're a part
Correct.
of Dreamers Weekend. So that's what I feel
Mm.
Dreamers Weekend is, for me. So
Correct.
we both, Krishna and I, we have started Dreamers Weekend. Uh, Actually, the name was suggested by Krishna because he has started it a year back. So I love the name. Uh, and previously, I had started a small group called 99% Entertainment. So basically, what we used to do is we plan to make only movies, short films, because we were interested in that area. But they say, right, when two brilliant minds come,
Mm. Correct.
so there'll be like volcano of ideas. So when Krishna and I met, and when we thought of doing Dreamers Weekend, right, we were like overwhelmed with the kind of ideas that we were getting. Hence, we decided to give our time to Dreamers Weekend and do whatever we can, which excites us, whether it be movies or whether it be anything else. Whatever excites us, we'll do that. And most importantly, it's an open group for all people who are dreamers. So since your audience, you're listening to us, right? You're all welcome anytime.
Correct.
Yeah. So then,
Mm.
so basically, what we have done is, I have merged the 99% thing into Dreamers Weekend. So there is no more 99% now. There's only Dreamers Weekend. So we'll be doing all the movies and everything now, all the exciting things. And this would be the podcast pilot
Yeah.
episode, where we just want to introduce ourselves to you guys, and we'll be talking a lot of interesting topics. I hope,
Yeah.
and hopefully we'll be able to. We don't intend to, but we I really hope that we are able to inspire people to achieve their dreams. To start off their dreams at least. And let's see how
And
it
also,
goes. Yeah.
whoever is listening, all the audience, if they are interested, they can just drop in a note to either you or me or at Dreamers Weekend, and they
Yeah.
can join the podcast at any point of time.
Yeah.
and be part of these podcasts and share their views.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So basically, all the dreamers that would like to talk about their dreams, share their point of view, share their views, etc., can
correct.
join. We can have nice fest,
First,
in the evening times and
yeah,
speak something really good,
yeah,
right? So you're
and
all
share our
welcome.
views.
Yeah, yeah.
Correct. Mm,
So we hope this will be a very interesting initiative.
yeah,
So this is one initiative that we have taken, and there's one more called Happiness. It's basically a web show that we are
yeah,
coming up, and we are working on it, and we are really excited for it because uh, it's very personal. It's very personal for us because the kind of things that we are going to show in that, those are the things that we have been through,
correct.
and we really through that show we would like to come out of it, and we would also want people who are going through those things to come out of them, and just have a positive life. Yeah.
And adding to what Ankit has said, um, we both are basically are interested in movie making and writing.
Yeah.
So our primary passion is writing. So it's very easy for us, with the background we come from and with the kind of passions we hold, to get carried away in the dramatic art and overshow things or do other stuff. But with happiness, it's purely from our heart, wherein which we do not dramatize any situation or any incident. It will be as it is,
Yeah.
yeah, as natural as possible and as truthful as possible. Yeah,
Yeah. So uh, see, what I believe is uh, it's really important for a person to realize what he or she wants to do,
correct,
what is that thing that excites that person. First, that realization is important, and once that realization happens, right, it's very
mhm,
important to start off with it,
correct. We should
because
not procrastinate.
exactly.
Yes,
Exactly. So procrastinating often leads to disappointments, and every single day uh, we'll have this feeling that, okay, man, I couldn't do what I want to do. Every single day we'll have this feeling, and it's not healthy, because I
correct.
have personally gone through it, and I really wanted to do start off with uh, things that I like, because the last movie that we made was in 2013,
Mhm.
and it's almost 3 years now. We haven't made any movie. Uh, but I remember that period when we made our first movie. Uh, that was that was probably the happiest year of my life in terms of my personal dreams, uh, in that aspect.
Yep,
Uh, so I think it's really important, guys, if you're listening to us, it's really important to realize what is one thing that you would like to do, or may for a few people it might be multiple things.
mhm,
Uh, and then start off with it. We really don't have to postpone it. I'll do it maybe next month, no. Maybe after 2 months, no. Let me settle down this loan, no. So all these excuses are going to just postpone it, and we don't know when we'll start. So it's the right time is to start now, at this moment.
true.
Take that first step, keep it rolling. That's what we feel, and that's what we stand for, as Dreamers Weekend. uh, so we have a couple of taglines that we really believe in.
Mhm.
One is where freedom is celebrated. We want everyone to be free, uh, completely open. Just we want everyone to speak their heart out, right?
Correct.
That's that way the true nature and the true creativity of a person comes out. So I think that is really important. And second thing is, we don't feel any idea is silly.
True.
For us, no matter how small, trivial, subtle, the idea is, it's an idea that can make huge difference if we amplify it in a right way, right?
Yep.
So so we really feel that. So, and we stand by these two culture. so far. We might come up with a lot of other things.
And also
Yeah.
for those who are just starting out in their dream journey,
Yeah.
sometimes I feel it's very tough, Ankit, to realize what actually a dream is all about.
Right.
Because we get easily carried away by all the great books that are around and all the great speeches and lectures which are around,
True.
which says like, just follow your heart and you'll reach your dream.
Yeah.
And many quotes, they all inspire us for that moment.
Yeah.
But after a point, uh, we it's like a fuel which moves us forward. And any fuel that's external will not last long, I believe.
Yeah.
So, for those who are just starting out, I believe the fuel of passion should come from within, uh,
Right.
more than they should be relying about external inspirations or anything else. And the second important thing which I feel is how do they identify what their dream is all about?
Yeah.
Uh, because we started writing, I think mostly around 10 to 12 years ago, we both started writing,
Yeah.
but never we took our writing so seriously or our passion of movies very seriously.
Yeah.
It was only until a year or before we have realized that this is what we are supposed to achieve and go ahead.
Exactly.
So I believe that's the basic thing of any dream. No matter how much you ignore it, it keeps coming back to you.
Exactly. That's a brilliant point,
Yeah.
actually.
So
Yeah.
so that's a key point. So when you start out with your dream and you're not able to achieve it, don't be too hard on yourself. That's what I believe. Just give it some time.
True.
Maybe after a year or 10 years, it just comes when it's right time. It doesn't wait for anything. If it has come back, you should accept that it is the right time and you have to go ahead pursuing your dream.
Exactly.
If
Yeah.
we start procrastinating the moment it has come second time or third time, I think uh, eh, the onus is on us to change for better and go ahead in achieving that dream.
Exactly.
Uh,
That's a brilliant point, Krishna. Actually, now that you have said, right, I'm kind of connecting the dots in my
Correct.
past. So it's actually very interesting, because uh, all we need to do is we need to pay attention, little bit of attention, right?
Correct.
Because often day by day, in course of life, we tend we tend not to give attention to what we are feeling, and how we are feeling about a situation or the kind of work that we are doing, right? So I
Correct.
think it's very important to pay attention, because I remember, I think couple of years back, when I've written a blog article
Mhm.
on knowing what you love. There's an article that I wrote called "Know What You Love."
Okay.
So in that I have written that, uh, the process of getting to know what I love, right? It was
Mhm.
very methodical that I've done.
Correct.
So, for example, I have tried out programming. I've tried out, photoshopping, and various other things. And
Mhm.
I realized that I like these things, but these are not my passion.
Yeah.
This is not something. It's not my dream. Uh, but one thing I
Even.
have not tried out
Yeah.
was, I have. I mean, I didn't pay attention to, as you said, right? Is writing.
Mhm.
Is
Correct.
writing and movie making, right? These are the two
Mhm.
things that I didn't pay attention to at all. I was i was more of, thinking that, okay, I'm good at it, I'm enjoying this, that's fine, but never
Mhm.
I paid attention to it. Just recently, after doing Painter,
Mhm.
when I realized that, okay, when was the last time I felt really amazing, in terms of the internal feelings, the feeling of content or happiness. So that always reminds me of Painter, the movie,
True.
and the whole process of making that movie, writing down the script, refining it more and more, and coming up with nice scenes and cinematography, everything.
Mhm.
So it's actually, it's very helpful and very brilliant point that Krishna has pointed out. You really have to, it will come back, it will always come
Correct.
back to you.
I
You
mean,
just need to pay attention. Yeah.
Correct. It won't just go away until you settle bills with it.
Yeah.
So that's very and other thing which I've observed with the dream is all about there are two facets of it.
Yeah.
How we see dreams when we start out. First thing is we either take it for granted that no matter what, on any given day I would excel at it without any effort. That is the first thing we take for granted with the dream that we have. So if someone asks you what do you want to be and you say an astronaut, you are actually dreaming that you are flying on moon without anything.
True. Absolutely true.
Correct. So, but when it comes to reality, you need to pay lot of effort and attention to the minute details of it, and that will not come until it comes for second time. So that's when you hit the ground and you understand the reality that your dream is. It takes a lot of effort from you to realize it,
Exactly.
and not just effort. It's like you're losing yourself completely for what you are now to what you want to become tomorrow.
True. True.
Yeah.
Absolutely true.
And the other phase which I see, this is the second phase of dream. The second phase is when the dream has come back and you have hit the reality. That's when the fears will start growing in us. Will I be able to succeed in it? Am I good at it? All negative things starts creeping in at this point of juncture. So this is the time wherein which if we can abstract all the negative things and channel it out and just remain focused on what we want to achieve, no matter how bad or good, time will decide what we are with our dreams. But it's purely a one-on-one journey, which I feel there will be few doubts when we start out in our second journey, but
Yeah.
that's a good sign, which I believe. All negative doubts which you have at the very early stage of your journey, and
Right.
if you can still pursue or persevere through that whole journey, I don't think no dream is impossible to achieve. Okay.
Exactly. That's true, Krishna. That's true.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right.
Mm.
So yeah, we actually haven't prepared for the first
Correct.
topic. We just thought of introducing ourselves with you guys
Mm.
and to tell you about what Dreamers Weekend is and what our initiative is, and under this initiative, what are the things that we are going to do, right? So this is the first pilot, and soon we'll come up with a lot of other podcasts with interesting topics. You guys can join.
Yep.
If you have anything interesting to say, just feel free to join, and we can have a nice chat, discuss some interesting things, and yeah. So, and also
Yep.
please do subscribe to our channel,
Yep.
uh,
It's
Dreamers Weekends Productions Entertainment. I'm sorry, YouTube channel, and we are going to upload this on SoundCloud as well.
yep. And it will be in YouTube as well
Yeah, it will be on
for
YouTube as well.
YouTube channel.
Yeah,
So as we are just starting out, everything will be fragile, uh,
exactly.
more disorganized, and
Yeah,
but we love it to be as such.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
because that's how we'll learn, right? That's
we
how we'll
learn,
learn.
and
Yeah,
there are greater chances of beautifying or glorifying it than when
exactly.
it's more organized and we have a
Exactly.
rigid format.
True. That's
So
true.
yeah.
I mean, that's how that's how this is what happens. When people with say similar mindset meet,
Mm.
right? That's what I was also thinking. We don't want to sound polished from the day one.
Correct.
As we go along, as we start discovering things, as we start talking to new people,
Correct.
we'll form a new. Maybe we'll come up with a new way of uh,
Hmm.
podcast or
And also this brings me to the Dreamers Weekend core theme,
yeah.
which I believe would be a fitting thing for to end this podcast,
Right.
and that is Dreamers Weekend. I see is as a tree of life. So when it starts out, or any dream, Dreamers Weekend is a dream by itself, because it's a dream for both of us and it's slowly growing out when we are start working towards it. So it's
Exactly.
like any other tree which starts out as a seed and slowly it grows out. It has to face through all struggles and everything. So I
Absolutely.
believe it will be same with any of our initiative, be it happiness, be it the podcasting, be it our documentaries, be it our short films, be it our feature films,
Yeah.
or any of the programs or coding products we develop. They will always start off in a very fragile state, and they slowly find their own way to being a complete
Yeah.
uh, thing,
Ab-
which can start giving others shade sometimes and others an inspiration to go out and plant another seed.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. So we just want to be like a small kid, right?
Yep.
Who discovers his own ways uh, to new games, or whatever. So we just want to be like that. We just want to grow out of experience, and we are very we don't call ourselves new to this, because we have been writing and stuff like this from like the last 12, 13 years. And but still, it's really exciting to start off as freshers in this field.
Right.
And yeah, so we are excited, and we also would like to uh, have your support
True.
in this endeavor, and we also invite you guys to join us. It'll be exciting. Yeah.
Yep. Looking forward.
Yeah, we are looking forward to. Cool.
Great.
Okay
Fine.
then, guys. Yeah,
Yep. See you.
see you. Hopefully we'll start off, more people will come in our podcast,
Yeah.
from coming
And we'll
weeks.
have a lot many interesting things to
Lot many
discuss.
interesting topics. Yes, yes, let's grow.
Yeah,
Awesome.
sure.
Okay
Great.
guys, see you.
Yep.
Good night.
See you. Night.